Crooked cap, that cap. How much dope can you push to me?
Alright, so for starters, I want to apologize to all the people that follow my IG thinking that they were going to get a Brent Faiyaz video, because I'm not going to lie, I cannot be bothered to review another pity party ass album. But on the bright side, it's the 10-year anniversary of Channel Orange, the album that would boost one of the most annoying fan bases to ever reach mainstream music. And to commemorate the day, Frank Ocean himself came back to post 2 new episodes to Blonded Radio, giving zero nod to new music, but at least giving us advice on how to take microdoses of LSD and meditate just to get our minds off the fact that this nigga is charging $70 for a fucking t-shirt. But that's beside the point, because for today's video, we're just going to take a quick look back at both the ambitious and subtle career of Frank Ocean and see how he holds up now, 10 years after his debut album. Alright, so the first thing I should ask is, where was everybody 10 years ago? Well, based off my analytics from YouTube, 90% of you are more likely playing in dirt still or calling me racial slurs on Call of Duty. But as for me, I remember being in middle school when the notable Odd Future member dropped 2 of his biggest singles at the time, Thinking About You and Novocaine, and then followed it up with his first debut album from Def Jam Records, Channel Orange. Now, back then I wasn't as well endowed in the music scene as I am now, with the biggest artists I was listening to at the time being Kanye West and whoever my mom played repeatedly on the stereo. And as far as I'm concerned, Frank Ocean was still relatively under the radar, with his biggest singles not even hitting the end of the year charts for 2011, 2012, or 2013, a year after his album dropped. But I guess when you're in a group who grew a cult-like fan base from their wild antics and completely different persona within the music industry, it's no surprise that you're going to stay under the radar from the mainstream music fans. And then taking into the fact that for a long time Frank carried that incognito persona about himself and not really allowing people to know much about his life outside of music, which is something that he still does today, with him being able to not say a word on social media for months on end until he feels like dropping new music or he wants to sell you something. I mean, just take a quick flash forward to 2016 when this dude literally spent over an hour building a staircase on live stream while his latest music played in the background, and then labeling it all as a visual album just so he can finesse $20 million out of his contract from Def Jam with the following drop of his sophomore album, Blonde. Now, if I'm gonna be honest for a second, I hate when artists go silent like that. It can be a little bit annoying, especially in Frank's case when he has the ability to drop some amazing music and grow such a dedicated fan base just to only appear once a year then go back into his hole. But at the same time, it isn't all bad, with him being able to drop some top tier singles such as Chanel, Moon River, Lens, and his latest 2 singles from 2019, DHL and In My Room. And then there's been nods towards newer singles in the future, all depending on if Frank wants to drop them or not at this point. But nowadays, since the passing of his brother back in 2020, it seems like the well-renowned artist is instead taking and reusing his likeness to instead talk about the different forms of getting through grief, while at the same time acknowledging that he is still making music, such as on his Blonded Radio series, with him talking with William Hoff, James Fadiman, and Ming Tong Gu on various topics ranging from microdosing on psychedelics to why taking cold showers is better than taking hot ones. Although it's a journey that most wouldn't understand, I suppose if it's working out for Frank and allowing him to come to terms with the loss of his brother and get back in the groove of things with his music, I don't really see an issue at all with it. I guess the only thing I have a problem with is how he has the ability to drop $70 t-shirts and open up a jewelry store with $300+ minimalist bracelets, chains, and necklaces when literally 90% of his fan base consists of broke college kids and or kids who don't even have a job. But you do you, Franklin. But I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. As stated before, I know it's supposed to be the Brent Faiyaz review, but I just can't pull myself to want to review that album right now. But instead, tell me, throughout all these 10 years, what has been your favorite song from Frank Ocean, and why is it Skyline 2? Feel free to let me know while liking and subscribing, and make sure to follow my IG and Twitter. And if you like she's using this video, make sure to follow yours as well because she's dope. And on that note, I'll see you on Friday when I force Frank to drop another album. Peace.
Why are they so